Hey Rocky, Mr. Johnson here in the Media Center to show you how to use Google Sites. First of all, how to get there. If your teacher's deployed a website for you to work on as a class and they've deployed it in the Google Classroom, you'll just go to the Google Classroom, find that assignment, click on that website, and you should be able to begin adding your own pages to that class website just by clicking the pages button up here and then just add a page for your part of the class website. If your teacher didn't deploy it that way and you're going to make maybe your own website, then a couple ways to get there. Just from your Google Drive, you can always click on the waffle and go to Sites, and that'll take you to the Google Sites homepage. And you can see the address up here is sites.google.com, which is another way that you can always just directly type into the address bar. Anyways, from here, it takes you to the classic sites, but most of your teachers are going to want you to use the new Google Sites, so you can just click on New Google Sites. If they've made a site and shared it with you to edit, that'll show up here. However, you may end up just adding your own brand new Google site, and you just do that with the plus sign down here. So you just hit the plus sign. That's going to make a Google site for you to work on. I'd go ahead and give it a name. Your teacher may provide some instruction on how to name your website. And then your teacher's probably going to assign maybe some specific pages that you need to add to your website. So I'll just call this page space. Now to change the banner, you can just click on this change image. And there's a lot of really nice banners that you can choose from here, and then simply select those. Now if you're not satisfied with any of the banners here, you can always just open a new tab in your browser and just type in the topic like space and then banner, and then go to images, and there you'll find all sorts of nice banners that relate to just about any subject that you could imagine. And then once you find one that you like, you can just go ahead and click on that, and what you want to do is view the full-size image of that, and then just simply right click and then save that image to your desktop or some other location where you can find that easily. You can use drag and drop, which works nicely, but sometimes is more reliable if you just go ahead and save those. Now I can always browse for my desktop and find that, but just to show you how you could drag and drop that image, if I bump this against the side of my screen, I can go ahead and just show you how I would drag and drop that image onto my website. In fact, I'll just pull that up here. Alright, here's my website. So if I change that image, I could either go upload and then browse to my desktop, or else I can actually just drag and drop that right there on my banner. Alright, good. So you can see that new banner there. Within the banner, you can change the header type to a large banner, skinny banner, or just a title only. But I'd go ahead and put a nice banner on each of the pages that your teachers assigned to you. In terms of adding things, anything from your Google Drive you can quickly add there. So if you've got a Google Doc, you can just click on your Google Docs and then just simply double click on that to add that to your website. And you can resize whatever you need to do to make that fit. Let me close that. If you've got a presentation, you could just go to slides and again double click on any presentation that you have, and again resize, drag and drop that wherever you want it. If you've got a Google form that you've put on there, same thing, just go to your forms, double click on that form that you've made. Maybe your teacher's going to have you put together some sort of a little quiz or something that goes with the unit that you're studying. You can just double click, make that bigger. So you get the idea. If there's a file of folders you want to add to your Google site, you can just go to your Drive folder, pick the folder that you'd like to add, select that and then insert that, and that's going to put that whole folder of files up on your Google site, and you can drag them wherever you'd like them to go. Adding YouTube videos, same thing. You'll just click on YouTube. Maybe I want to add something on, just search for a NASA video really quick that I want to add to my website. You would just click the one that you like and then simply select that, add that to your page. Again, resize whatever you'd like to do. Maps, calendars, all of that works the same. As far as adding a new page to your site goes, you just click on Pages here, hit that plus button, give it a name. Again, you could choose the header type, pick whatever sort of banner you want, change that image. You can use any of these pre-selected ones, or you can go out and find your own custom banner. To type on your web page, you just double click, brings up this little remote control, and you can just hit this text tool. You can type your headers in and then your paragraphs down below those. There's not a lot of formatting options, but you can change at least title, subheading, that sort of thing. You can change your justification, you can add web links. You can double click, you can add websites. So if I wanted to add the NASA website to my web page, I could just type that in. So adding websites, real easy to do that. So if you double click, you can type text, anything from your drive, websites. You can upload files like PDFs, things like that from your hard drive, and then just plain old images. So if you want to search here, you can just use these built-in search tools, and they'll find copyright-friendly images, or else you can use a Google search. Those just may be copyright protected. So adding those pages, real easy to do that. If for some reason you want to have like a sub page, well, let me just point out a few things real quick. To change the menu across the top is going to be by default horizontal navigation. If you go here after you've added a page, you'll see a gear, and you can change that to side navigation or top navigation. You may need side navigation if you end up with a lot of menu items, because they won't fit across the top as easily. So if I go to the preview button, I can click on this eyeball now, and you can see what the side navigation looks like. You can see what it looks like on a computer screen, a tablet, or a cell phone, so that's nice. When you're finished with the preview, you just close it. Now if I wanted these menus to be sort of pop down submenus, I can just take Jupyter, for instance, and drop it on the home page, and you can see these dotted lines. That means it's going to be kind of a pop-out menu, so I'll preview it again, and you can see how it shows up indented there. So if you need to do that, feel free to. Again, changing it to a horizontal menu, just hit this gear, top navigation, and you can see that Jupyter's now dropped down there. To add classmates or your teacher, you'll just hit the plus sign here, and you can type in your teacher's email address or classmate's email address. Then they'll be able to edit that. Finally, once you're satisfied with your website, you'll want to publish it. You can choose your own URL there, so it will be sites.google.com/psdschools.org/ whatever you name your site. It has to be a unique name. If you want to, you can make a bit.ly for it if this is too long for you. I would go ahead and allow anyone on the web to see that, and then you can decide if you want it to show up in search results on Google. And then once you're satisfied with the name, you can go ahead and publish that, and then you can submit that to your teacher through their Google Classroom to grade that particular project. Last thing to show you are the themes up here. There are only 3. There can only be 1 theme per site, so if your teacher's having you work on a class website, the teacher will need to choose the theme and the color. If students change it, it's not a big deal. The teacher will just change it back to whatever they want. But if it's your own website, then you can choose whatever theme and color you want. And that's really about it. It's super easy. Everything is drag and drop, and so if you just experiment, you should be able to um, figure out how to use it without too much trouble. It all integrates with the Google Classroom now, so you can turn things into your teacher just like you would any other assignment through the Google Classroom. If you have any questions, swing by the Media Center. I'd be always happy to help you. Have a great day, Lobos.